All right. Welcome everyone to the losers finals for 200 League Overdrive 3. I am new, I am technical, and I am joined by my good buddy Gyrodos. Yes.
Hello, everyone.
Today, first off, we will have the losers finals between Encore, who is seeking their first win for 200 League, versus Freeze, who is new to Mario Kart Central.
Well, I think we're going to have a great time. The winner of this goes on to Grand Finals to play Rated R, one of the strongest teams in 200 right now. I'm excited for this. We have a new caster with us, Technical.
Yes.
He's going to do a great job for us today. Let's see if we can take a look at the lineups.
Yeah, of course. And these two teams are definitely bringing out the big guns for this one. Now, let's start with Encore. We have Awoken, who will be providing the POV for us. Berta, Brandon, Desi, Michael, and Ty. A lot of those names you might recognize from the last 200 leagues. And over on Freeze, we have Gabry, who will be providing the POV. Cappy, Mentiony, Mystery, Scar, and Squadling. So Freeze is definitely hungry to move on to the Grand Finals versus Rated R.
Yeah, I think this is going to be exciting match for us. These two teams have been they've been pretty dominant in this tournament, at least. Freeze has had a little bit of an easier path to get to the losers finals. They had a forfeit match, but they have been playing well, and I do believe Encore had to play some tough names to get up into the losers finals. Did you guys play? I think who'd you guys play in losers semis?
We did not play losers semis. We played Rated R actually in winners finals. So
okay.
Yeah, Encore is definitely coming off of a hard loss to that one, but both teams are hungry to move on to the grand finals to face Rated R and hopefully take them down once and for all.
All right. So, do you happen to know who's hosting the match today?
I believe Brandon is our host for the losers finals.
Okay, so I'm not too familiar with the with how strong these lineups are, what kind of things are going on, because I'm pretty new to 200, but I have been playing a little bit of a 200 lounge, so I've gained some knowledge compared to the last time I casted a 200 match, which is when I knew absolutely nothing. So, Technical will be giving us the technical knowledge, no pun intended.
Hopefully, yes.
And I'll just be here chilling,
Of course. Yeah, there's a lot to learn about 200 over 150cc. I mean, I obviously specialize in 200. I don't play a lot of 150cc. I've been trying to give it a shot, I guess. But I play it sometimes, but again, I specialize in 200.
So for those out there who play mainly 150cc, which is me as well, I think one of the big differences, or a couple of the big differences, are between 150 and 200 is, in 150, you want to be going for a lot of coins, because that's very important. You get your speed up as much as you can, whereas in 200, you won't see a lot of these players go out of their way to get coins, because the races are always so short. Meanwhile, also on 150, when you get hit, that's not too big of a deal because you have so much of the race left. Whereas on 200, if you get hit out, that you're decelerating to 0, and since the races are so much shorter, that time that you're going to be hit out is so much more valuable. So you want to be playing a lot safer in general. So you're going to see people, even if they have a hint that they're going to be hit out, you're going to see them play as safe as possible, get out of the way, use their dodges, things like that. So,
yes,
anything in particular in 6v6 that would help us out in terms of viewing?
Yes, so 6v6, again, like you said, is obviously played a lot more safe, I guess, than that of 150cc, just because, again, races are significantly shorter. So each hit is definitely a bigger hit to the team than it would be on 150cc, which also especially applies to shock usage. So these teams will be definitely looking to use their shocks as efficiently as possible, as even the smallest blemish can cost you a race in 200.
And would you say that the shocks are used pretty quickly, or do you think they're used more methodically in general?
Most of the time, they are attempted to use as quickly as possible, but also, again, as efficiently as possible. And in 200cc, sometimes you'll see a quick shock usage, but if a shock is pulled, like, let's say, end of lap 2, beginning of lap 3, an end of lap 3 shock is pretty likely, actually, in that case.
Okay. So we're going to get our first race underway. We have Mount Wario. I believe this is a pretty heavy runner because of all the slidey traction and tight corners.
Yes, exactly. And the cool thing about this track is that first and third usually have the advantage, and second is usually left to be a sitting duck because of the lack of coins on this track, and just because of the fast nature and the emphasis on lag in this mode. It's pretty crazy for first and third.
We do see Brandon heading out to an early lead, already getting that, and Gabry close behind him.
Yes, Gabry is hot on his tail. Brandon is pretty notorious for actually being quite good at this track, so it might take a little bit for Gabry and anyone behind to take him down out of first.
Yeah, and are you aware of any blue shell outrun on this track?
Yes, so one thing you'll see on 200 is blue shells are possible to be outrun, and if the blue shell locks onto you, I believe it is at the end of the ski section, like at the end of the S-turn, you can outrun it all the way to the finish line.
Really? Okay, so blue comes out a little bit too early for that to happen, I believe.
Yeah.
And so Brandon's going to be caught up there. But Encore have a lot of top spots up here. So it's going to be...
It seems they have top 5 right now. Top 6, maybe, perhaps.
Wow,
But
okay.
the blue shell is gone. So maybe they can... Yeah, maybe they can take command of the top 6 here that they have. Maybe
Stars
there's one back.
Trying to breach it, but it's looking kind of bleak at this point. They need a huge shock late lap 3 in order to get it, but it doesn't look like it's happening. And Encore taking an early lead.
Yes, very, very big lead for Encore. Scar did kind of break through there, but a top 5 and 8 for Encore. Very good start for them.
Yeah, and if you're Encore, this is exactly what you want. Maybe you're heading into this match thinking, okay, Freeze, even though they were playing in D2 of 200 League, they are still a force to be reckoned with. They dominated there, and now they're aiming to at least try and get a silver medal in this 200 League Overdrive. So coming out with the top 5-8 is absolutely huge for them.
Yes, of course. And now, because I am an Encore member, to say the least, I can usually provide a little bit of insight on what tracks they'll pick. And Paris Promenade, one of the new DLC tracks, is a track they've been picking a lot when they have a ton of top spots, usually top 4 or top 5.
Okay, we get Dry Desert, so it is a good sign for Freeze. You know, not getting their track pick, which sounds like, you know, would be a great track for Encore, but
yeah,
this is definitely a bagger, just like 150cc.
Of course. And usually, I mean, also just like 150, lap 3 shocks are usually the only ones that matter, to say the least.
Yep.
But yeah, Freeze getting the dry desert pick is definitely good for them. Just get that quick reset. Seems that they have Brandon running, and everyone else seems to be in the back. As per usual, Brandon is very good at this track as well.
It does seem like Brandon got redded out, so Freeze might be 1-3 right now. Oh, but Awoken decides to bag, pulls a plant. That is not good for him.
That is very, very bad.
No dodge either. And do you use Bill for Gabry?
Yeah, and there may be a shock back there at some point. I'd be quite surprised if there wasn't, actually. We'll see if the... Yeah, there it is. And let's see who dodged that shock. It seems like a lot of Freeze members are back here.
Yeah, I do believe that was an Encore shock.
It's probably good for them. Now, Brandon, you can see, kind of takes the lead in first again. I believe that's Elmer in third as well.
Yes.
Or Desi.
Yeah, it's Elmer or Desi, and then... Okay, Awoken's back here. Still able to pull a shock late lap 3, but it's probably unlikely at this point that we'll see one.
Yep.
Does pull a Bill. This is huge for Awoken. Oh,
Yeah,
gets
Awoken
hit
is
out.
still in prime position. This Bill can take her to, I believe, right before the final shortcut. Blue is also coming out, so Brandon's going to have to be careful with this one. I believe he's going to be able to outrun that.
Reds.
Yeah, very, very, very unlucky chain for Awoken there. But I believe Encore did get a few top spots as Freeze gets bottom 2, I believe.
Top 3-5. That's still a huge race for them.
Yes, perfect. Well, not perfect, but very, very good race for Encore, able to mitigate the reset pick.
Yeah, especially on dry where anything can happen. I do believe they pulled the shock lap 2, which definitely helped them. But mitigating the reset pick is huge for them because now that's just one less bagger that they have to worry about. And I believe there's a lot less baggers on 200cc to deal with in general.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And yeah, bagging is definitely a lot less prevalent in 200cc as driving and lines are the skill that are going to get you to succeed a lot more than item play in 200cc.
Yes. I do believe the 3 hard baggers are dry cheese, and then RMC is like the next closest one, right?
Yes, dry desert and cheeseland are still the most prominent baggers on 200cc. Mario Circuit is for the GBA is not usually picked as a bagger, but it's more so picked for like a top spot and everything else back. So one person can just kind of go up.
All right, and Encore do get their pick in Clown Top Cruise, meaning that Freeze is gonna have to do a lot of work here if they wanna catch up, even this early on. They're down almost 50 already.
Yes, of course. It's definitely not what you want this early on. Now, it seems like there's a lot of bumping going on at the start of as usual for every Cloud Top Cruise race. Just a ton of bumping going on before the cannon. It seems Encore may have a top 134 situation right now with FRZ in second place. Nope, FRZ is in top 2.
Yep.
Ooh, interesting.
And Brandon gets bumped out, and now Gabry, if he can hold this will be huge for his team because my goodness, the first 2 races must have had a huge blow to their mental, and now if they get this back, it'll be game on.
Yes, of course. And something to mention, going back to the topic that we were talking about on Mount Wari about blue shells, this track, you can outrun the blue shell from any point on this track. So it makes first very powerful.
That is really good. So obviously now it's just up to Gabry whether or not he can finish the job off because, as you said, you can outrun the blue from anywhere, meaning that he just has to worry about reds behind him, and even reds. I believe you can outrun reds as well. Oh, here comes the blue, but it's late lap 3, so this should be a pretty easy outrun.
Yeah, without a shock, I believe first is pretty much secured for Freeze, but it seems like Berta, I believe, was right behind. So it seems Encore will be getting 2-3 as Awoken comes in third as well.
2-3-5 maybe? With Brandon coming in 5th? Or maybe he's a little bit back. No, 2-3-5-6.
Yes.
But bottom 2 for Encore. So that's a pretty big momentum stopper for Freeze. They're definitely still in this. Definitely
Definitely still a possibility for Freeze to come back and, take the victory. But it was a -2 for Encore. So that first place from Gabry, that clean run of Cloud Top Cruise really helped them out.
All right, and we see RWS coming out for Encore. I know this is like a semi-runner on 200cc, but I believe it's not nearly as prevalent. Could you explain that?
Yes. So the issue with 200cc is that because you're moving so fast, the craziness of everyone's movement on your screen is definitely enhanced. So it is very easy for first place to get bumped out by second and or third. So RWS is generally picked for 2-3, which Encore has, and they do get their pick. So hopefully they can take advantage of that.
Is it partially because even like the startup boost will take you a little bit past the turn, so you kind of have to, or maybe it's because the 2-3 are on the inside, so that makes it a little bit difficult.
Yes, okay. The 2-3 are on the inside, and they are usually able to basically lag bump first out. Let's see if it happens here. No, Gabry's able to keep first. Wow.
And holds tight on the corner as well, so he could be gone here, and this would be absolutely huge for Freeze. Exactly what they need. Didn't get the double box, though. This
Ooh.
could be really bad.
I just saw Berta is hot on his tail. Coming up. It's going to be difficult for Gabry to keep this lead here, especially with the red shell coming in.
Oh, he got the banana out. That's
Nice.
so clutch.
Very good play from Gabry. Yeah, it seems like FRZ has 1-3 right now, and Encore currently has second with Berta coming in still.
For Encore.
Yep, seems about what it's like. Gabry just trying to maintain the lead as much as possible. This is a very stressful track to run. It's very difficult to mess up and lose your spot.
Yeah, and it would be a shame if Gabry did mess this up, but it looks like okay, Berta's still on his tail. Oh, he messes up a little bit in the off-road.
That's exactly what I mean. But now Gabry has a chance to get a trail on Berta. Maybe send him a little bit further to the back, but it seems that Encore has taken 2-4. I believe Scar is still in that third place spot.
Okay. Oh, the shot coming in.
Shot coming in. I believe that's Desi in the back of that dodge, so it seems like that might have been an Encore shot. Desi trying to take a little bit of control in the front here.
Oh, but it looks like he hit a few of his teammates on the way, and I don't know if he can get first here. It's going to be tight.
Very, very close. And it seems
like... Freeze top 2, maybe?
I could not tell. I believe Encore got a 2-3-4 there. Yeah, 2-3-4-5.
2-3-4-5. Okay. That's pretty big. That's pretty big. Even though Freeze still got the first, now it's going to be all down to whether or not they can get Gabry. If they can get Gabry out of first, you can almost call it quits at that point because... Encore have been dominating the front, so Freeze really need a good track pick here, and they need a good race.
They need the major momentum shift, and it seems like they'll be going the RMC pick, which I mentioned before is pretty good for pretty much 1, maybe 2 front spots, and basically all other bottom spots, which is exactly what they are in this situation.
And Ninja Hideaway is interesting because maybe you go for the no item shortcut on lap 1, right?
So the thing with Ninja Hideaway, as it does get picked here, we have realized that it is very good for basically 2, 3, 4, 5, all behind first, just like Wario Stadium. So if Gabry can keep first, again, it's very good. And yes, you can take that Piranha shortcut as a no item shortcut.
So I wonder if, since you have to take it a little bit slower in first, if the 2, 3, 4, 5 can just capitalize on. Oh, he decides to slow start actually and get the shroom. That's huge.
I believe that is actually pretty smart to get the shroom and try to break through, and everyone behind can almost piggyback off. It seems like it doesn't really work there, though.
Yeah, Gabry missing out a little bit. Awoken taking over first, already on 6 coins. This is pretty huge. Oh, but he gets redded out of first, and this could be tragic for them.
I do believe Encore is still in first. There are a lot of Waluigi's in this room, so it's a little difficult to see who is who all the time. So it seems like Awoken will be playing this from the back.
It does look like Encore still have a lot of top spots up here. We do see, hitting the Piranha Plant. Not good.
Piranha hit, yes. Now, I believe that is... No, never mind. I thought Desi was shockbagging, but...
I think that's Scar in first, perhaps? And then it could be a top 2, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 for Encore. It really just depends.
I mean, it's... Oh, we see Berta just got hit out there, so it may be a Freeze top 3 or a Freeze 1-3, as you said.
Okay, Menchie is up here as well. Gabry does have shrooms to come up. This could be big for the shortcut coming up at the end.
Besides
he does pull a star. There could be a shock in play. Berta is in his star. Doesn't look like there is a shock.
I don't believe there's... Oh!
Oh, that's
Our judgment was wrong. Gabry able to snag a spot there for 4th, but I could not tell who got the top spots. Yeah, Awoken will be getting last year, so I believe that is a... I believe Freeze is in 11th.
Top 4? No, 1-4.
No, a 2-3-5 for Encore. And a 1-4.
That's definitely a mixed race, but I thought it was a lot better for Freeze, and with that shot coming in, I thought it could have been a lot better as well. But we saw Gabry get the dodge, so it was pretty good for him at least. But other than that, a lot of it was just down to, you know, what happened at the end of the race. Not really revolving around the shock. We see Awoken going Walu Wiggler. Is that?
Yes. So the thing with these two picks is that Wiggler is the faster vehicle, no question about it, no matter what track it picks here. So it could be a smart play. It could
Okay.
backfire. Tokyo Blur, an interesting pick. I don't see this pick too often in 200cc, actually.
Is there any major downsides to Wiggler as opposed to Biddy, which is obviously the most common vehicle?
So in 200cc, you just want a lot of acceleration and mini turbo. So Wiggler is not as viable in 200cc as it is in 150cc, which favors speed online usually.
You want the acceleration to catch up back up when you're hit out, and I'm guessing at the beginning maybe.
Yes. Yes, pretty much. So yeah, as we mentioned before, it is very important to stay in the front on 200cc. So getting that acceleration to catch back up is very important. As every Tokyo Blur race starts, it's very crazy with all the bumps, basically until the first shortcut. But it seems like Encore takes a very early top 2 in this race, which is going to be very difficult to break.
Is that a bomb? Oh, that is. This if Awoken shrooms up here and Brandon drops the bomb.
Yes,
right
exactly what we'll be seeing.
Ooh, nope, not the. We don't see the bomb yet. Maybe Encore have a top 3 going.
I believe I saw Scar from Freeze in 3rd place. So maybe Brandon can make a play at some point with that bomb.
Maybe instead of throwing it back, he has to throw it forward to try and get him. But we do see Gabry in the back. He does not pull a shock or a dodge. So this does look like a very dominant race for Encore.
I believe Encore's getting one top 2, 4, potentially?
Maybe even top 4?
Yeah, maybe. And I think a lot of Freeze members were in the back. Ooh.
Okay. Freeze does establish that. Even though they did get top 2, 4, Freeze got everything behind that. So
yes. So that
Freeze
will be a
are still
win
in this. It's gonna be tough though for Freeze. They have to really pull it together here if they want a shot at it.
Yes, of course. Because they are down 82, it's possible, but they are gonna need to make up a lot of space. I would go a reset pick here if I were them.
Okay. I was about to ask, if you were Freeze, what kind of wild card tracks would you be going for to try and mix things up here?
In a situation like this, I wouldn't go a traditional bagger like Cheeseland, contrary to what I said about 30 seconds ago. I'm not sure what I would pick, honestly, in this situation. I think TM is actually not a bad pick for them, considering they are 3 and 5, as 3rd on 200cc can go to the left and get 2 tricks off the waves on 200cc.
Okay. We do see the TikTok clock coming out. Whenever I play this, I just always struggle to find ways to run, and just because when I'm in first, I always just get bumped out. But that's probably just me. So let's see how they deal with the TikTok clock here.
Yes, Awoken can keep first. Now, something crucial to keeping first on this track is getting that drift out very, very early. Ooh, Awoken gets killed out after keeping first.
Man, that's kind of rough. Gabry, we do see in 2nd/3. Freeze 2-3. If maybe he goes for the indiff. Oh, nope. It looks like Brandon dies, and they're at top 2 now.
I believe Freeze is top 3 right now after Brandon does get killed out at the shortcut.
Wow, this could be a huge race for Freeze. If there's no shock, even if there's a blue, Freeze are completely fine here. So Berta is hard bagging for shock there. Luigi is Berta, and he might actually have it already. Oh, nope, not quite.
That is probably what Encore needs right now, as I do actually believe Freeze is many top spots, with Desi pretty much right on them. Oh, never mind. He's a little bit further back now.
Yeah, so it looks like if the pendulum hit. There's a blue, but
there's the blue.
Like we said before, he does have a horn, and it looks like Michael is behind him in 2nd.
Yes, so, very close. Now he may not even need the horn here because this. Oh, never mind. Now I was gonna say it is possible to outrun the blue shell if it locks onto you where it did there. But Gabry does still get first there. Let's see.
I think a 2-3 for Encore. Maybe 2-3-4.
Let's see what the finishing results were. I do believe 2-3-4. Yes,
2-3-4-5. Yeah, Gabry keeps keeping the top spots, but the spots behind that are going to Encore a lot of the time. So they're really gonna have to break through here, and maybe a reset track or some sort of, we haven't played RMC, right? So we
have
can
not.
see that, and we do see Paris.
Ooh,
So we do see
interesting.
Paris and RMC. Okay, so kind
I
of
am
the
actually
textbook.
I'm actually curious as to how both of these go, as these are pretty unconventional picks for the two teams that are in their respective spots.
Really? Okay. You don't think Paris Promenade is good for the drafting spots behind first?
Potentially second could bump out first, or yes, they could draft on each other. But RMC is what is picked, not Paris Promenade.
Okay.
So Freeze will take advantage of the one front spot that they have and the multiple back spots that they have to try to pull something. Maybe get a momentum shift on this race. If any race is the one to do it, it's
Yep.
this one.
For sure. And I think I wonder if we're gonna see a lot of people bag here. Okay, only 3 it looks like. So we might see more people bag for going for the coins. Maybe not though.
Yes.
Ooh.
Awoken is going to have to play this one from the back pretty much. Maybe pull a dodge. So a lot of, basically a meta game on a track like this is to just pull a dodge and run with it until your team pulls the shock.
Oh, that's huge for Woken already. He was like barely at star distance and got it straight away. So this is pretty good for him. And I wonder if okay, there's a lot of people starting in the back. It looks like there's at least 2 Encore back there.
Yes, I do believe Encore may have... Oh, never mind. I was going to say, Encore may have shock with how long Awoken was holding that star. It seems like a lot of freezer in the front, and Awoken's just cutting
that's a
through.
very unfortunate trail.
Very, very unfortunate.
And we do see Gabry in first, so this could be pretty big for Freeze. I do believe the Roy is a Freeze member, so as long as there's no shock here, this is probably a big race for Freeze.
Brandon and potentially that other Waluigi in the star. Ooh! Brandon gets hit by something at the line, despite
top 3 for Freeze. This could be the momentum shift that they need. And
yes.
and Gabry putting the team on his back. Maybe they can pull this through. And they're only going to be down around maybe 60 now, which that could be absolutely huge. And
yes.
I wonder what strong runner they're going to pick, because
they will either go Moo Meadows. Yeah, okay, there it is. I was either going to say Moo Meadows or Shy Guy Falls. They love picking Shy Guy Falls.
Wow. Okay. So Moo Meadows, I think, is one of the more used tracks for running, at least in 200cc. It's just very simple to drive, and the cut is actually not that important, since the rocky bumps give you kind of weird landings, and first is just pretty easy to keep, and it's pretty easy to run. But we do see Sweet Sweet Canyon, so it's a pretty big track pick for Encore here.
Yes. Now, Sweet Sweet Canyon is basically an integral Encore pick. It's one of the most picked tracks for that team, and for good reason. Personally, I love this track. I will not lie to you, but
I mean, you do have world records, so it does make sense.
Yes, that is true. So Gabry will be able to keep first here, but the prominent part of this track is the drafts on this spiral turn right here. So let's see what Encore can do to take advantage of that.
Ooh, not even getting the SMT. I don't see that very often.
Yeah, I don't either. I won't lie. So it does seem like a couple of Encore members are really right behind. Maybe a couple of them have mushrooms to take the shortcut.
I believe you can outrun Blue, but only lap 3, right?
Yes. So the thing about the blue shell on this track is, as we see Encore taking top 2 now, the thing about the blue shell on this track is that if it locks onto you right before the cannon, you can outrun it from any point, so long as it locks onto you at that point.
Wait, so it can't lock onto you after that?
If it locks onto you in the middle of the cannon, you are not able to outrun it.
Wow, that is weird. I would have not expected that. So we do see Awoken. I think she's gonna hold the star. Nope, gonna chain it through the set. Hope for another one. Not quite getting it.
I do not believe there's a shock in play. As you see right here, the blue shell locks on a little too early for Brandon to outrun.
Whoa, so much chaos!
Lots of people dying right before the cannon as Awoken's able to gain, what was that, 5 spots?
Yeah, that was crazy. But we do see, I think it's Gabry getting double redded, but I think he has double protection. And now
Awoken's gonna be able to take command here.
Yeah,
definitely gonna be a top 2 for Encore here. Very, very well done.
That's huge. Top 2, 4-6, I believe. Top 2, 4-5, 7, 8.
For
Oh
Freeze.
my!
That is brutal.
that might just be the nail in the coffin, folks. That's
Yes.
pretty rough for them.
Yeah, with Encore up 98 now after 9 races, it's gonna take almost a miracle for Freeze to pull this
It
one
definitely
through.
will take a miracle, but it is still mathematically possible. You can gain 120 points in 3 races, so it is still technically possible. Cheeseland, I think the right pick here. You need a big race from this, and Cheeseland can provide you that, especially if you pull the shock here.
Yes, of course. And Music Park is definitely not an unsurprising pick for Encore, as this is basically the top 2, top 3 integral pick for Encore.
Cheeseland does get picked, so still a little bit of a spark of hope in Freeze right now. But
Yes.
they've got to be feeling it at this point.
I do have a feeling we'll see some shocks in this race. What do you say?
You know what? Just because you said that, I'm going to say there's going to be no shock this race.
I mean, hey, you never know. You never know what can happen. I played a race of this before, and there was no shock. So
You played a race of Cheeseland with no shock? I can't believe it.
just earlier today, yes.
Wow, okay. Okay, well, we do see Encore keeping top 2. Do you ever like to run more than one person on this track, or is this...
2
like,
is the maximum, I would say. I usually see teams going with 1 runner on this track, and everyone else bags either for a dodging item or the shock. So it is a very interesting choice to have 2 people run on this track for Encore, but it seems to be panning out so far.
I think what Awoken's doing is like a really good job, which is just trying to disrupt them ever trying to get top presence up here.
Oh, yeah.
Does get hit out, but I think she was able to get the red onto a Freeze member. But as long as Elmer, or not Elmer, Berta is able to get that breakaway in the front, if there's no shock, then that's just huge for Encore. But there is one coming out.
A shock. A lot of front racers dodging. That was 100% an Encore shock, and they are going to take command of this race.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you definitely need a miracle. Oh, there's a second shock!
Wow.
Oh,
I
that
did
could
not
be
expect
huge.
that.
That could be huge for Freeze.
Let's see who comes up in this bill.
Oh no! Get the
track with the failed mini shroom cut.
Oh, this could spell the comeback for Freeze. Getting billed as well.
I do not know.
Getting billed again.
Wow.
Oh no.
Oh no. I don't know. I do see Brandon up there in top 3, so let's see how this did happen for it.
Top 3. Ooh, I think that's enough to keep them in it. I do believe.
A top 3 for Freeze, but a 4-5-6 for Encore does kind of mitigate all of that.
Still minus 16. It is not possible anymore, unfortunately, for Freeze to come back. Very unfortunate for them. It did look like they dodged with shock, got the top 3, but again, those middle spots coming back down to Encore, and it wasn't enough for them. And the comeback, we had some hope there for a second for Freeze, but unfortunately they did not make the comeback. And Encore, congratulations on you guys making it to Grand Finals. You'll be facing Rated R, and I wish the best of luck to you, Technical, in the Grand Finals.
Yes.
And we'll be seeing Awoken join us in the cast, so that'll be a lot of fun. So, is there any any spiels you'd like to give? Maybe a little bit of trash talk for Rated R, perhaps? Or just some good luck and good games?
I will say good luck and good games, as Rated R is definitely a very worthy opponent for
I see. Okay.
For anyone, really.
No drama here just yet. Okay.
I wish them the best of luck. I hope they have luck.
Alright, understandable. So, looks like Awoken is gonna bag Shy Guy Falls just for some experimenting, maybe, perhaps?
I would say this is for practice, yes.
Okay.
But this is a very, very frequently picked track for Freeze, as I said earlier, as one of their members is very good at this track, and you see them on screen right now. Scar is very, very skilled at this track. So he does enjoy picking this track a lot, of course.
Scar doing a little bit of trolling, trying to get Awoken with that banana, and
it does not work. I believe Awoken is in prime position right there with the ghost in the middle.
Oh, can you? I guess you can't outrun the blue, right?
You are not able to outrun on any part of this track. Now, I don't know what Gabry was trying to do there with with like trying to drop out of first to see if the blue targeted somebody else, but it certainly backfired as we see now.
I think he was trying to get Menchie's teammate who had shrooms in front of him so he could dodge the blue in first, but
I
did not work out.
Actually. Yeah.
And it does look like Menchie's still keeping first, perhaps. Nope, Ty did get up there. Now we do see a 1-3 for Encore. And like I said before, they do have the guaranteed win, but it would be good practice at this point to see if they can get Freeze on one of their best tracks.
Yes, this is a very good track to try to beat Freeze on as much as you can, as this is basically their track pretty much. Nice horn there from Menchie, able to get Ty out.
Was that a
and
first?
Take the first place.
That was clutch, but unfortunately, it doesn't matter too much. But it'll look good for him at least. Maybe on Twitter.
A very good race for Encore, regardless.
Yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Man, that's. Wait, no, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. Got that a little bit wrong, but regardless, Encore will be moving on. We'll see them in the grand finals. And just as a reminder, Encore will need to beat Rated R twice if they want to get the 200 League Overdrive trophy. So, I wish you guys the best of luck. And yeah, this is going to be a very interesting match. I'd like to see, you know. I think it's going to be a great match, to be honest. I think you guys are pretty close.
I would agree.
In my opinion. So.
Yes, I would agree. And something I actually want to mention about this current match is that the last 2 races Encore has picked Wario's Goldmine. Now, the reason for that is now that they have won, they can experiment a little bit, as you said before, as the Wario's Goldmine pick does come in there. Rated R, usually, from what I've seen, loves picking Wario's Goldmine. So they're just trying to get a lot of practice in on this track.
Okay. Do they usually pick it for a lot of top spots, or is it more of just like a drafter, like on 150?
You can draft up, but I believe Wario's Goldmine is more of a top spot pick.
Okay. So it looks like Menchie's going to keep first of the time being. The Shroom not being super effective there.
Yes, Menchie will keep first there.
And he's just going to hog all the coins from Encore here. So as long as he doesn't get double redded out instantly, he should be pretty fine for the race.
Brandon seems to have no item, but Awoken does have a Shroom and can boost up at any moment. Very close green there.
I'm guessing you can outrun blues on this track as well, right?
So I will point out where the blue has to lock on for you to be able to outrun it. It can lock on basically where Menchie is right now, and you can outrun it.
Okay, but anytime before that it can't?
No, not usually.
Okay.
So Brandon does get killed out there by the Nanis from Menchie. So Awoken
Hail
will
Mary?
still be
not quite.
Yes, not very, very close, but not quite. 2, 3 for Encore right now.
2, 3,
2, 3, 4.
Maybe 6 for Encore. Oh, the red does not connect.
I don't think that connected with anything. Yep.
Oh. I don't know what.
Wow, Menchie's doing a very good job of keeping first right now.
Yeah, that was. Oh, using the horn straight away.
Yes, Menchie, again, doing an incredible job of keeping first. The shot comes in. I believe that was a
free shock, it looks like.
Free shock, yes. Seems like an Encore member dodged in the back somewhere. I believe it was Desi who dodged in a star.
Ooh, that build killing Brandon as well. And it's going to be another pretty big race for Freeze.
No, I actually believe Encore got 1-3 that race.
Oh, really?
Luigi in the middle, Mario you see in the front. Yeah, top 3 for Encore.
Well, I spoke a little bit too soon, but...
That's okay.
Regardless. Oh, top 6 overall for Encore. That's a bit of a flex. A bit of a flex.
Gabry did get the MVP, unfortunately, for Encore.
Oh, wait. Yeah. Duh.
Yes.
Okay. I saw 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I just assumed Encore was up there. But nice job by Gabry by keeping the points up there. Man. But yeah. Like I said, good luck to Encore. Good luck to Rated R. I will see you guys in a little bit. And like I said, Awoken will be joining us. So we'll see you guys then. And we'll take a little break.
Yep. See ya.